The call came at 11:19 a.m., a time too ordinary for the kind of chaos it carried. I was signing a contract when my phone vibrated. Unknown number, polite area code. I almost ignored it. Almost. "Sir," a woman's voice, trembling, "I'm calling from Elegance Weddings. Your wife, well, she canceled your invitation to her sister's wedding." The pen slipped from my hand. Canceled my invitation? The planner exhaled shakily, as if she had practiced this conversation in her head, lost every rehearsal, and decided to say the words anyway. She also said to keep the $50,000 deposit you paid for the venue reservation. A pause, a nervous gulp. I just wanted to confirm before processing. It felt unusual. Unusual. The word twisted itself around my spine and pulled tight. I leaned back in my chair, staring at the ceiling as the air in the room pulled away from me, slowly, deliberately, like someone unscrewing the world, turning it quieter. "Cancel the entire wedding," I said. The silence on her end cracked. But sir, you're not the groom." "No," I murmured, "but I own the venue, the catering company, and the hotel chain handling their guest bookings." Another silence, this one heavier, fuller, like she had just walked into a room full of knives. "Oh my God," she whispered. But I didn't answer. I simply watched the second hand tick on the clock, feeling something inside me shift. An old, familiar click I hadn't heard in years. The sound of control returning. Or maybe the sound of something breaking. Hard to tell. Both felt the same in the beginning. The planner's call wasn't the betrayal. No, it was only the echo. The real blow had landed earlier, days before, in moments small enough to overlook, but sharp enough to bleed. My wife, Sarah, had been distant. Not the usual distance couples develop with time. No, this was precision distance, curated, maintained, practiced. She spoke softly but never fully, smiled but never reached me, laughed but always after checking her phone first, as if the permission was coming from someone else. Her eyes had changed too. They used to linger on me with warmth. Now they slipped past me like I was a stranger passing through her hallway. I tried to rationalize it. Stress, family drama, work. But the human mind is a cruel archivist. It records every fracture long before we're ready to admit the structure is collapsing. The first real crack came 3 nights ago. A message flashed on her phone while she showered. Just one line. "Can't wait to see you at the wedding. She'll be too busy to notice." No name, no emojis, just confidence. Dangerous confidence. I didn't unlock her phone, didn't scroll, didn't dig. I didn't need to. Something in my chest folded inward, a quiet, heavy movement, like an animal curling into itself before dying. I said nothing, not then. After all, suspicion is most powerful when it's silent. I became a shadow in my own marriage, calm, patient, observant, watching the patterns beneath her words. She didn't notice when I started rising earlier and sleeping later. She didn't notice when I memorized the rhythm of her lock screen password. She didn't notice when I mirrored her schedule, her calls, her excuses. Denial is a comforting blindfold. She wore it willingly. I kept my expression smooth, unshakably so. But inside, something cold was forming, layer by layer. I traced her movements, checked deleted messages, followed digital dust she thought she'd brushed clean. Then I found it. An email thread, a hotel reservation, 2 names, hers and someone else's. Her sister's wedding weekend, 2 rooms, adjacent, paid for by her. I didn't react, not outwardly. Reactions reveal too much. Instead, I contacted the hotel, the catering company, the venue staff, all mine, all silent allies. I listened, watched, waited. I let the truth gather itself quietly, like a storm forming behind glass. And when it was complete, when every piece fit, when denial could no longer pretend to breathe, the wedding planner called. The timing almost felt poetic, as if the universe wanted me to hear the betrayal spoken aloud by a stranger. The final confirmation came in a single, emotionless PDF. Her signature at the bottom, confident, looping. His name beside it. A man I knew. A man she said she barely tolerated. A man who apparently tolerated her very well. I printed the documents, placed them in a plain envelope. No drama, no anger. That night, while she sat on the couch scrolling through her carefully curated lies, I placed the envelope beside her. "What's this?" she asked. Her voice carried that casual carelessness, like nothing in the world could possibly threaten her. I didn't answer. Didn't need to. She opened the envelope. Her face cracked. Emotion rushed in. Fear first, then guilt, then something more primal. The sudden realization that her world now depended entirely on the expression I wasn't wearing. She tried to speak. I raised a hand. Silence strangled the room. Inside me, everything was still, cold, mathematically calm. "I already know," I said quietly, "all of it." And her breath broke. "I canceled the wedding," I said. She blinked fast. What do you mean?" "I mean," I continued, "your sister's wedding no longer has a venue, or catering, or hotel accommodations. Why would you?" "Because you canceled my invitation," I replied with surgical calm, "and asked them to keep the $50,000 I paid." Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. I watched her crumble, not loudly, not theatrically, no screaming, no denial, just the dawning realization that her betrayal had collided with something far larger than she anticipated. "You're destroying everything," she whispered. "No," I said, "you already did that. I'm simply removing the debris." She reached for my hand. I let her fingers touch the back of mine. Then I pulled away, slowly, deliberately. Her expression shattered more than any raised voice could have. I packed a single bag, left the key on the counter. No ceremony, no final argument. She asked if this was really it. I nodded once, calm, certain. "People don't lose each other," I said. "They simply reveal who they've been all along." Her tears came then, quiet, late, useless. I walked to the door, opened it, didn't look back. The house behind me felt hollow, but for the first time in months, my mind wasn't. And as I stepped outside, I realized something simple, sharp, and final. The moment a person tries to erase you is the moment you become untouchable. I closed the door on the life she burned, and didn't feel a thing.